In the United States, parents generally have legal authority to make medical decisions on the behalf of their minor children. This is because parents believe that young people lack the maturity and judgment to make such decisions at such a young age. Hi everyone, my name is Roxy Sanfalo, and today I'm going to be addressing why minors should have access to birth control without parental or guardian consent. Allowing access to birth control matters because every woman should have the right to decide what to do with her own body, regardless of what her age is. In my speech today, I will be talking about how access to birth control will decrease the amount of unintended teen pregnancies in the United States, reduce the rate of abortion, and also how enforcing parental consent can threaten teens' health. And although this can be a controversial topic, it is important to talk about and educate ourselves about to do what is best for our minor children. So today I will be discussing how allowing minors access to birth control will decrease the amount of unintended teen pregnancies in the United States. Almost half of women in the United States have intercourse by the time that they are 18. In 2012, the Barnes-Jewish Hospital explained that 50% of pregnancies in the United States are not planned. Allowing teens access to various forms of protection and birth control may decrease the amount of unintended pregnancies each year. There are now instances of 13 and 14-year-olds getting pregnant who are completely unprepared and not ready to have a child. And if their child is not given up for adoption, the responsibility typically falls on the mother or the father. Even though they still have their own responsibilities of going to school and getting a job and working for themselves, they still have to raise a baby when they're not prepared. Although teen pregnancy rates have decreased slightly within the last 20 years, almost 1 million teens are still getting pregnant each year in the United States. In 2006, the Center for Reproductive Rights informs us that sexually active teens using no contraception have a 90% chance of getting pregnant within a 1-year period. The lack of contraception increases the chance of unintended pregnancies that happen in the United States. The Center for Reproductive Rights also adds that 80% of teen pregnancies are unplanned. And I can attest to this because when I was in high school, I knew three girls who got pregnant, and all 3 of those pregnancies were unplanned. So the teen pregnancy rate has increased in the United States more than any other industrial country. So as you can tell, the information is proving that birth control is a great way to stop unintended pregnancies in the United States. I will now address how access to birth control without parental consent will decrease the number of abortions that happen in the United States each year. According to getmatcher.org in 2005, some states have reported that 50% of pregnant teens receive an abortion when they are pregnant. This is not only a costly procedure, but it is also emotionally and physically painful and can be detrimental to teens' health. getmatcher.org also informs us that in California, a ballot initiative was passed to require healthcare providers to notify a parent or guardian 48 hours before they performed an abortion procedure on an unmarried minor. The Barnes-Jewish Hospital explained a study in 2012 from Washington University that birth control cuts abortion rates by 62 to 78% compared to the national rate. So for many of those who are against abortion, birth control is a great way to reduce the amount of abortions that take place in the United States. Additionally, in 2019, Brookings tells us that an increased access to highly effective methods of contraception is the most effective way to reduce abortion rates. So like I mentioned before, of the 3 girls that I have known in high school that got pregnant, 2 out of the 3 of those girls received an abortion. So that really attests to how I'm speaking of abortion rates. Birth control is very effective in preventing teens to go through such traumatic events and decisions at such a young time in their lives. Lastly, enforcing consent may threaten teens' health. Some say that without telling a parent about getting access to birth control will actually encourage them to be sexually active. State and federal lawmakers want to prevent minors from receiving birth control without their parents' consent. However, these proposals would radically alter long-standing public health policies and risk teens' health. Studies have shown that preventing contraceptions won't stop them from being sexually active. Instead, it will drive them away from the services they need to protect them. And this will also lead to an increased rate of unintended pregnancies as well as STDs such as HIV. Laws and policies are designed to require parental consent for reproductive health care, argue that allowing parent-child communication will dissuade them from having sex. However, research spanning 3 decades shows that fails to confirm these claims. Research shows policies are harmful to the health and well-being of minors and highlights the importance of confidentiality that they have been taught from an even younger age. Enforcing parental or guardian consent would actually endanger teens' health and lives and violate their rights. The ACLU informs us in 2020 that 40% of sexually active teen girls would stop receiving all forms of reproductive health care services from the clinic if they couldn't get contraceptives and birth control without their parents knowing. However, 99% of the girls who answered this question said that they would continue to have sex and continue to put themselves at risk of having unintended teen pregnancies. So wouldn't we want to just help them? As research clearly shows, guarantees of confidentiality are one of the prime factors influencing if a teen will seek vital reproductive health care services. So, today I discussed how allowing minors access to birth control will decrease the amount of unintended pregnancies, reduce the abortion rate, and also will put them in less risk. This is important because birth control is a basic health care that any woman should have access to regardless of her age and regardless of her parents. Access to birth control lets young women decide if and when they want to start a family, setting them up for success in their future careers and as parents if that's what they choose. Thank you.